All right, Aquarius, here we go. My 11th stop in my 12 sign zodiac fly through for January 2026. Let's cut the deck. What's the 10 swords randomly at the bottom here? Let's cut the deck. Let's get a theme energy. Although for some reason I felt compelled to look at that. I didn't know it was there, but it's got a tie to it here. Something's a part of you're leaving something behind. This is like bye-bye. That girl on that 10 swords, she was saying goodbye to something. I'm never going to be in this field again. All right, bye-bye. The chariot's leaving. The chariot is leaving the station. The soulmate cycle is about to pick up speed for you. Why? The Hierophant, you've grown past your current spot in it. There's very little resistance to you finding some sort of new love or figuring out why you love. One or the other. Okay, that's just the theme energy here. This is a big deal. This is going to be a fun read. Let's see where we go. Let's shuffle the deck. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, or you found Steve Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. I'm not a time lord. This might play out any time between now and the end of Jupiter retrograde. We're still in the Jupiter retrograde bubble. I wrote about that bubble. It's an important bubble. What happens in the bubble matters. It's not like Vegas, where what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. What happens in this particular, with Jupiter in Cancer retrograde, in the Cancerian theme soulmate cycle, in this particular Jupiter retrograde, what happens in the bubble matters. It'll determine, as things move forward, the moment it starts to move forward, whether you get any progress or you're stuck in the mud. It looks like you got the potential to get some progress here. If you stay on, if you keep doing what you're doing. You might be like, Steve, well, I'm not doing anything. Well, then keep doing nothing. I don't fucking care. You're doing something right. All right? So just keep doing what you're doing. And if you're doing, well, you're like, Steve, I'm doing bad things, right? I'm beating up old people with umbrellas and running over puppies. Well, then you got some bad karma coming your way after Jupiter goes direct. That's part of your destinies. Keep doing what you're doing. I stand by it. I don't applaud it. I don't think you should be doing those things. But for your destiny purposes, you're doing something right. Okay, so whatever it is, hey, I stand by my statement, good or bad, keep doing what you're doing. All right, here we go. It's happening for a reason. You're doing it for a reason. You learn some kind of lesson out of it at the end of the day. It might be a good lesson and it might be a hard lesson. I don't know. Either way. Bottom of the deck is the Tower. I'm not playing around. That's the overall energy of the pyramid I'm about to throw. It's a game-changing energy. It's a big deal. You know, Capricorn had a game-changing energy too, quite a bit, I'll tell you. All right, from a different deck, different type of scenario, but also a Tower card. I believe their overall energy was a Tower. I talked about road trips and things like that, but for you, your Tower is a little different because our Ten of Swords girl came back along with an Empress. It's a whole new you. What does that mean? I'm going to get your feelings are here. How other people see you is here. And potential final outcome is here. I say, for you. I say potential because I can't predict free will. You could fuck this whole thing off. You could do the opposite of what I said and stop doing what you're doing. I can't control that. I can't control what you do. All right? You could fast forward through this video and skip around and miss important things I say, even though I tell you 1,000 times. If it's too long for you, first of all, learn temperance. But second of all, there's a 2x speed you could watch it on, 3x speed you could watch it on. You know, you can cut the time down to whatever you want. I'm funnier on 2x anyway. I sound like some sort of southern cartoon character. It's nice. It's fun. Okay. Anyway. All right. Just for the people on 2X, I'll do the Porky Pig every once in a while. Just really, it's really freaky on 2X. It really is. Anyway, I'll clarify whatever needs clarifying, and I'll throw some universe cards at the end. Let's go. Your feelings in January 2026. Again, I'm not a time lord, but that's what we're pulling on. 5 swords. You feel like you need a bomber jacket? No. Middle, 10 pentacles. I already know where this is going. Look at him, and that's your life. This is how you feel. You feel like you shortchanged yourself? Short-sheeted yourself? I don't know. What else? Yeah, you're disappointed in yourself a little bit. That's good. Actually, I think you're downright mad at yourself. About a few of you. I got a Tower here. Right? And I got a girl who's had just about enough of this field. I've had enough. Right? I think you're down. I think you feel like you've spun your wheels. You feel like you've wasted some time in some capacity somewhere. For some of you, it's a big deal. Yeah, Steve, I've been just watching Netflix for the last 12 years. Yeah, okay. Then you spun your wheels and wasted some time. Life's too short for that. We don't have 12 years to burn. Okay? I mean, who the fuck are you? All right? But for others of you, it's something very small. Some aspect you're disappointed, you've spun your wheels on. Maybe you just meant to go get a new coffee table. It could be something that small for some of you, and you're like, I keep meaning to go. I'm an idiot. You know, we really need that coffee table. And the really funny part is you live right next door to an IKEA. I mean, literally, you could just walk over and get a coffee table. I know you don't want to, though, because you have to build it yourself. It's like those fucking restaurants where they make me cook my food. Shabu shabu can kiss my fucking ass. If I want to cook my own food, I'll stay home. What the fuck is that? You know, I mean, it doesn't make any fucking sense to me. At the end of the day here, you're disappointed about something, some aspect of your life. You think you spun your wheels. All right? What else we got? How do other people see you? Ace of Wands. What else? Eight of Wands. You move too quickly. You move too quickly. Other people see you moving too quickly. Other people think that you're all talk and no action. Well, they do. I'm sorry. Hey, I just read the energy. You know, I mean, but I often talk about this Ace of Wands as a match in the wind, right? Flare up. Oh, look at that. I got a match lit. Blows out, right? This is forward movement plus communication. You're all talk and no action. You light the match and then it just blows out and whatever. I think you start to see that about a certain aspect of your life here. Look, this ends well for you. It really does. I took a sneak peek at the final outcome. I already said this is very good. This is terrific. It feels like wonderful energy, and it does. It's the final outcome, potential. Final outcome is the King of Pentacles. Read with that. You take charge. You take control. You bring some stability to your life. You do something about it. Can I phrase it this way for some of you where it's a big deal? Right? You finally get off your ass and do something. You finally do it, whatever it is. You finally make it happen. All right? I don't know. But usually it's these types of feelings when I blend these two together. This is someone who's downright mad at themselves about something. This might be future influence for you. Bookmark the fucking reading. I'm not a Time Lord. People are too quick to assume that I'm talking about something that's happening right now or it's a January reading. So if it doesn't happen in January, it's not. The universe, the energy around us doesn't know anything about fucking January. Okay? It's a piece of paper. Then we write the word January on, draw some squares, and put some numbers on it. It's a human construct. It means nothing. Calendars are us tracking the sun's movement or the earth's movement around the sun, I should say. You know, that's all we're doing. We're keeping track of things. We used to do it with sundials and things like that. At the end of the day here, you're taking control of something. Some aspect. It might take some, I mentioned that because it might take some time for you to do it. It might not happen. You might not become the King of Pentacles in fucking January. It might take a little time to fix things. Unless you're the lazy fucker who lives next to IKEA, bitching and moaning about, I need to get a coffee table. Oh, you know what? Fuck you. Just get off your ass and walk over there. I mean, come on, build the thing. Fine. Build it yourself. Whatever. Follow the instructions. If even me, if I'm hungry enough, I'll go to one of the cook-your-own-food restaurants, right? Or my wife decides to go there because she speaks the language and she wants to impress the waitress or something. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know why I have to be punished because she speaks Japanese. I have no fucking idea. Anyway, Ten of Pentacles. Why is it here? Let's go. Let's see why it's here. Oh, she probably heard me say that. I'll catch hell later. All right, here we go. Ten of Pentacles. It sounds like somebody's home. I have no idea. I've been in here a while. It sounds like somebody's home. I have no idea. I hope it's her. If not, somebody's robbing the place. I mean, I don't know. Ten of Pentacles. Why is it here? Let's talk about your home. The Magician. It's a It's something you've meant to do. It's a transformation you've wanted to happen. It never gets off the ground. Okay, so I'm right so far. And Knight of Cups. Why is that here? The Hangman. Somebody shows up here. But what bothers me, well, it doesn't bother me, but yeah, it does bother me a little bit. It's in your feelings. So I think you have some kind of fantasy. I think, that's what I think. I don't think this is a Knight of Cups showing up in person. I think you get a muse. Like an artist gets a muse, a pretty girl, a pretty building, a pretty car, whatever. Something pretty. You get yourself a muse. I think it comes through, it changes your whole perspective. I don't know what it is. Maybe you watch a movie, you fall in love with one of the characters or something. I have no idea. It doesn't matter. It's a muse. It feels like a muse energy. And I think it has a twofold effect. On one side, it gives you new perspective on this change you've wanted to make, but on the other side, it's what fuels this disappointment that you haven't. You're somehow hyper aware of the passage of time here. I'm not too far off when I picked on that person that's spun their wheels for 12 years watching TV or something like that. I mean, honestly, we don't have that kind of time to fuck around. You can blow a few months moping around or whatever, but I wouldn't waste any more time than that. There's a lot to learn. If nothing else, do something now that your future self will thank you for. And I don't even mean your future self in this lifetime. I mean the next life. Somebody you won't even know. I will definitely thank you for any effort you put in now. Netflix isn't going to help them. All right? So, at the end of the day here, there's some kind of massive disappointment. But it's the back end of what's fueled by a muse that gets you off your ass doing something. It's really nice. Other people think you're all talk. I can dig it. I can. That's all I can say. That's what they do. You're all talk. You're always talking about going to, you're always talking about doing it, but you need, okay. I mean, that's just how they perceive you, I could say some people, on the extreme, someone around you thinks you're a fucking joke. It's fine. In my experience, I've had a few people in the past that thought I was a joke. In my experience, usually it's because you're not a joke that they think you're a joke. So if that's you, if I hit a nerve there and you got triggered, I apologize. It could just be one or two people. It's them, not you. Trust me on that. All right? There's no reason to be that mean to another person unless you got a real problem with yourself, unless there's some kind of self-loathing deep inside. All right? Or either that or they're a complete psychopath, one or the other. All right? So don't worry about it. King of Pentacles. But I'm just reading the energy. I'm just doing my job. All right. King of Pentacles. Why is that here? Final outcome for you. Look at you sitting pretty with a dog. You changed dogs, did you? Is there a dog on this one? There is. There's a golden retriever on this one. Why'd you change dogs? Did you like the shepherd better? I like shepherds myself. I'm a fan. I like the Belgian shepherds, to be honest. I like them a lot. I got nothing against the German shepherds. I'm fine with them too. Don't want to start a war or something. King of Pentacles. Battle of the Shepherds. All right, here we go. Justice. It took a while because, it just took a while. She's very Christmassy, isn't she? It's kind of close to Christmas here. Spoiler alert. With the Magician crossing here, you do make it happen. This muse is what makes it happen. There's a muse that comes in. So you know what I'm going to do? What's this here? Yeah, the Chariot. Yep. That's red with the muse. It's the muse that makes you do it. And the Nine of Wands is there. The end of the wall. The end of not doing anything. A new perspective. I need to do something. You suddenly get the notion that you need to do something. Okay. Let's pull on the muse. That's what I was going to do. I'm going to take Justice out. Tell me about this muse, because it reads like a muse. It really does. A muse it can be a real person. It doesn't have to be. It could be the idea of a person, place, or thing. Right? Some people get a muse for, a location and things along those lines. Some people use a very common muse is to use a character from like a TV show or a movie, not necessarily where you become obsessed with the actor or actress and sit outside their house like some kind of psycho, but you identify with the character. So you use that character as a muse to create. That's very common too. Right. Knight of Cups. Why is it here? Six of Cups. Yeah, there's something. The muse is from your past, whatever it is. A childhood, home. I often, for example, use my kestrel field as a muse. Right? I talk about that all the time. It's a little field I used to sit in. We're in a little apartment complex we lived in when I was like 5, 6 years old, 4, 5, 6. I used to sit, they had a little field next door, and I used to sit and watch kestrels hunt. They're a small falcon, for people that don't know. And I used to sit and watch them. I would watch them all day long, and they'd hunt. They had a nest up in a hollow tree that was off the right side of the field, way off in the distance. You know, that place, which no longer exists, by the way, because people littered too much, and, you know, people always ruin shit. But that place, that memory is often a muse for me. I write a lot of music around that. I do it's a lot of inspiration for me to go out and take a nice ride, take some scenic pictures and things like that. I'm always looking for that place. When we have a muse, we're often looking for it. So there's something from your past that you get on a mission to go find here in your present. Okay? Right. What's on top? Seven Pentacles, which, by the way, was underneath Justice. When I pulled Justice off to put it down here, that was underneath it. So that's very interesting because these are red with these cards here. The energy is just right for this. You got a perfect storm of energy around you to get off your ass and take care of this. And prove all these people wrong. That you're not just all talk. Right? Why is that here? Temperance. Yeah. It's a beautiful energy. You get a lot of help. You are protected. Can I put that? You feel, because this muse, I'm pulling on the muse. The muse energy itself, whatever it is, you feel protected. I could say, using my kestrel field as an example, I feel safe when I put myself there. Right? It's a safe place. We all have to have a safe place where we go. A lot of people don't. You'd be surprised. You find your safe place here. Your little safety zone where nothing can bother you, nothing can hurt you. You can think about whatever you want. You can bounce ideas off of things and it comes back at you. Whatever it is, you find that place, whatever it is for you. Or it's within a person or a character, whatever. It helps get you off your ass. But it also, on the back end, fuels these energies where you feel disappointed, downright mad at yourself for all the stagnation here. And again, it could be something very small or it could be a lot of stagnation. I don't know. Right? I have no idea. But, you know, as George Eliot once said, it's never too late to be the person you might have been. Or I'm paraphrasing, I forget his exact phrasing. But it's never too late to be the person you might have been. You know, and it's that kind of energy that hits you thanks to this little muse from the past in January 2026, which again can play out February, March, whatever, something like. I think it plays out within the bubble of Jupiter retrograde, like I said. That's it. That's about it. That's about all I can say. Let's see if there's anything else the universe wants to tell you. One card and a crossing card. Anything? Wow. Good for you. I know a lot about muse energy. I use it all the time. You know, it's nice. Some people, if it's a real person that you're using as a muse, I will tell you some people like that you're using them as a muse and some people don't. So keep that in mind. So keep that in mind. You might want to keep, usually it's wise to keep your muses to yourself. There we go. Just so here we go. One card, a crossing card. Where are we going here? Where are we going? Justice again. Justice. Yeah, this is a big deal for you. It's crossed by the King of Swords. It's everything I've already said. There's no other message. It just ties everything together. That's all. It's my sitting king. He's in a safe place. He's in my kestrel field. All right? So allow that muse to roll in. How does it roll in? I don't know. I think if you think about it too much, you'll miss it. It rolls in naturally. So just Just know. You'll know it's there when you feel the disappointment for the stagnation, because that's the byproduct of it showing up. All right, so it's good. You end the month very well. You end the month moving forward. As far as these guys that think you're not doing anything or you're all hot air, you prove them wrong. It looks like you get a little justice. That's always justice, to prove somebody wrong. Somebody thinks you're a loser. Somebody thinks you don't do anything. You all talk, no action. Blah, blah, blah. It's always justice. Stick it in their face. It's nice. But you don't have to say, I told you so. That's just petty. Just enjoy the justice, the happiness energy, the balanced energy. All right? That's your reading. Good luck.